Hello, welcome back to our section. Today we'll be talking about host and network auditing. Basically, we'll focus on auditing fundamentals. We'll focus on what you need to know before auditing, when you have to talk about the whole basics of cybersecurity. You need to talk about how what is needed or why we need to be secured or what are the measures we need to put together as a cybersecurity assistant or like a cybersecurity personnel, depending on what part you are into, what field you are into in cybersecurity. What exactly do you need to do? What do you need to put in place to be a professional or to make your work be known and your work be easy, clearly to be seen? So these are the outlines we'll be talking about. So we'll talk about all these outlines today. So it's all about the cybersecurity basis? You know, the what we do basically is to protect systems, to protect data, to protect our networks from unauthorized access, from damage, from theft. That is the basic functionality or basic tasks given to anybody in the cybersecurity environment, either an offensive person or a defensive person. You need to focus on this basically. The whole goal of cybersecurity is to be cyber safe, to protect data from unauthorized access and keep business moving, business continuity. So that is why we focus on the CIA trends to put everything in a code. The CIA trends, we have confidentiality, integrity, and availability. What is confidentiality in this context is to be confidential, to protect a particular resources or protect the company's resources against unauthorized access. Should not get out to an unauthorized hand. Should focus on who are those ones given permissions to perform particular functions. So that is what we focus on in confidentiality. And integrity is basically we could not when even if we don't if even if a data is tampered with, let it be that it is tampered with an authorized person, or it is these changes are being made by an authorized person. You can have the confidence in me that I can keep your data safe. I can protect your organizations from intruders. This when I give you my words are my words. That is integrity. So availability is focus on assets. Are these assets readily available? Imagine as somebody in a financial institution or somebody trying to interface with a bank. I want to make a transfer. Will this transfer be readily initiated, or is is there a denial of service? When the denial of service is happening, it is countering this part of CIA trend, which is the availability part. So basically, this is a triangle, but it changes. Why I say changes is as a business, we focus on which one is more important to us. As a bank, availability is very key. So we place priority on availability. Then when before we move to confidentiality or integrity, as someone that works in the CIA, right? Confidentiality, it's important. Confidentiality, it's a priority over the other two. So that is how it works. It is you need to rearrange and put your focus on what need does it be What does this business need? What focus is it to the business? So you need to put all these things into consideration when we're planning your your triangle in the CIA triad. So before we go to compliance, really, let's go back to let's go back to let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about defense in depth. You know, when you have a building, this is how defense in depth works. When you have a building, this building has a gate. That same gate has a gate man, and this gate man can either give you access or not, irrespective of the fact that you have the key to the gate. And when you get into the compound, the building itself has its own key to access. You have particular part of the building you cannot access. You have particular part that you can access. That is defense in depth. You need to really put your defenses together. You need to let them be so compact. You don't just do, let's talk about logging in into a business application. Let's say I log into a business application, I got signed in, and that is it. We have not done a defense in depth. When we talk about defense in depth, if I'm logging into this application, I should receive a one-time password. If I put in this one-time password, it should be verified. And upon signing, maybe there is a security question I need to answer, which the person, the original owner, someone who has set up this account in the first instance has added there. So basically, you need those stages based on how critical this asset is to the environment or to the business. And also, when we talk about risk management, you need to prioritize your risk. You need to know the business needs when it comes to risks, when you're managing the risks, when you have a, an attack, so to say. How are you going to manage the effect of this attack? Are you going to actively put all these servers down, or you take them off the network in case it is a malware or sort of? These are the risk management you need to put together. You need to know how to put them together, to know what it is per time to do or what to do to prevent or this CI trans being compromised. You need to be very careful. So let's keep moving, and keep diving in. I hope you're enjoying this section so far. You keep diving in, you understand more. When we talk about compliance, we have different compliant body that deals with a business. These are body that guides users' data, that guides business, dealing with people's data, relating whatever it is. For example, when we talk about the PCI DSS, this is a compliant put together by MasterCard, our card holders. And that's okay. People card gets unauthorized access. People get authorized access to people's card. How are you going to protect these people's data? What are the mitigations you put in place when it comes to people's data? Fine, we are the owner of the card, but are you actually compliant? They have their own regulations you need to follow. So are you compliant with these regulations? What are the vulnerabilities on your network that could lead to data linkage or whatsoever it is. That is why they keep auditing financial institutions, people relating to using their cards to be able to be sure, double sure that they can protect, they can keep people data safe from being compromised. We also have the IPAB, the Health Insurance Probability and Accounting Act. Then they are also a body that they look into people welfare when it comes to data, when it comes to health insurance data, when it comes to people's health data recorded, maybe by the hospital or whatever health organization it is. Now, would saying that we are dealing with patients' data. Are they are you compliant? Can you keep this data safe? It must not be out unless the patient give consent to it. The same way we have GDPR, they want to be sure that people's data are also safe. These are compliance body that regulate how data is being used, how data moved over the internet, and so on. That is why they keep checking and double checking people that are related to them based on business wise, and checkmating them so that they will not go outside the scope. They won't go outside keeping people data or leading to data linkages and might be really devastating. So that's why you need to keep um, abreast and comply to whatever scope they are giving out when it comes to being compliant. When it comes to tools, when we've talked about serial what we want to do. When it comes to auditing, we want to know vulnerabilities, our asset data, and a whole lot of things. We can also use Nmap to have a, information about the vulnerabilities in in our environment or in our network. So this basically, if you want to know more about Nmap, you can go to our other videos in this channel where you see how we've used Nmap to perform so many enumerations on how to find vulnerabilities, how to be able to see a lot of things that are happening in your network. So that is for port scanning. Now there are different functionalities on Nmap that are really that can really help when it comes to port scanning, understanding your network and a whole lot. I'm trying to just do a particular Nmap. This is a service scan. There are so many functions you do with Nmap. There's service scan, there is the aggressive scan. If you want to learn more, you can go to our previous videos on this channel. Another tool we also talk about is the turn on. Another tool we also be talking about is the Tenable Nexus, which we use to perform vulnerability scan. We used to perform vulnerability scan majorly. When you scan in networks and a whole lot of stuff like that. You will be able to see different vulnerabilities. When you've understood CVEs, understood CVS, and a whole lot of packages like that. So when you scan for vulnerabilities, you have the list of the vulnerabilities in your network, and you start to check on how to remediate them, how to bring in mitigations and save the day before an attacker can leverage on those vulnerabilities. And vulnerabilities can come from both from severe to critical, can be in different vulnerabilities called like that. There are a lot of various vulnerability scanners. There is there's Kubernetes too. Different vendor. When you check online, you choose the one you are so much convenient using. That is how it goes for vulnerability scanners. So we've talked about security basics, compliance, auditing tools, and cost accounting. Basically, frameworks are those those is like a body to like the ISO 2000 2701. We have ISC. Those are those are bodies that are related to cybersecurity, and they they really focus on the growth of people in the cybersecurity space. I see this with the ISSP, this with your growth in becoming an expert in the cybersecurity world, the same as ISO, the exams and what you're going to what all these exam bodies are bringing to the table to make sure that you are doing the right thing to become a professional, not the archaic type of being a quack cybersecurity analyst, whatsoever it is. So that is how it goes for the auditing fundamentals and compliance. So in our next video, we'll be talking more about exploits, talk about more about vulnerabilities and a whole lot of stuff there. But for now, we will just focus on its basics, and the more we keep moving, the more we get better. And I hope you've learned something today. I hope you've learned a, a different dimension, whatever our little it is. But coming up, you keep learning and you get better in this space of cybersecurity. Thanks for watching. Bye.